Hey guys, this is your quiz review video. What I did was actually I took your area worksheet that you got on Friday and I labeled these numbers based upon them being very similar to the questions that you have on your worksheet. So number 5, this is very similar to the 5 on your tests, or on your worksheet, sorry. So let's go ahead and go over these. So the number will correspond to the worksheet. Now they're not the same numbers, but they're basically like the same setups and problems. Alright, so let us begin and we'll get these done relatively easily. I'm trying to find the amount of sides for number 5 and I have the exterior angle of 72. If we know the sum, I can just figure out how many times it fits in. So I know the sum of all exterior, no matter what size shape, it's 360. So all I have to do is divide it by 72. When I do this, 360 divided by 72, I'm going to come up with 5. So that means there's 5 sides. This is also known as a pentagon. Similar to number 5 is number 6, but you're given an interior angle of 90 degrees. Okay, well, I know that I can find the exterior because if I actually take the interior plus the exterior angle, I should get 180. So this is going to be 90 plus x equals 180, and if we figure that out, x equals 90. So 90 is my exterior angle, and I can just see how many times that fits into 360 like we did the last problem. And if I do that, I should get 4. Okay, some of you might have been able to see that one a little quicker, but that's how we could do it no matter what side we have. Alright, this one's similar to our number 11, and we're trying to find the area of the trapezoid. Okay, well, first thing we should always write out our formula. This is always the first thing I do whenever I have something I'm trying to solve for. And I should plug in what I already know. Okay, well, I already know the half. That's easy. I don't have the height. Base 1 is going to be 11 plus base 2, which is 25. And I'm trying to find the area. So h is what's my unknown. So I'm going to go ahead and put x in this equation. Okay, so to find this, we're going to use a little bit of trickery, I guess. But 11 occupies this space from here to here. That means it occupies this space from here to here. So if we took 11 away from 25, I should have 14 over here and 11 over here. That adds up to 25. Right here I have a right triangle. I can use Pythagorean Theorem. X squared plus 14 squared equals 16 squared. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the math. I'll see what I'm doing in my calculator. 16 squared, I'm going to subtract the 14 squared, and I get 60. And then I'm going to take the square root of 60, and preferably when I do that, I'm going to get a decimal. Now, we want to actually do the simplified radical version of that if you can. Some people have a calculator that would do that. If you don't, then you're going to have to break it down yourself. We'll go ahead and break it down right now. So x is going to equal the square root of 60. Actually, no, this is going to break down into, let's see, 2 and 30, and then that will break down into 2 and 15. So that means I can actually pull the 2's out, and I'm left over with 15. So I get, for my answer here, 2 rad 15 is the height. Okay, so this equals 2 rad 15. Okay, now we have to do the rest of my math. Okay, half of 2, that's going to be just 1, so I get rad 15 multiplied by, add those together, it's going to be 36. So my answer is just 36 rad 15. I don't have any units on here. Oh yeah, I do, inches in your problem. So we'll do squared inches. Okay. There's my answer. And again, simplified radical form is always the best thing that we can possibly do for all these problems. Alright, number 14, this is a rhombus problem. Again, remember rhombuses, their diagonals bisect, so this is going to be 10. These two are congruent, and we have a 90 degree. I see Pythagorean Theorem setting up here for us, so we're going to do 15 squared equals 10 squared plus x squared. Okay, my calculator, I'm going to do 15 squared minus 10 squared, and that's going to give me 125. And then if I take the square root of 125, I should get 5 rad 5, so we'll show that. So x equals the square root of 125. That can be broken down to 5 times 25, and then 5 and 5. So there's 2 5s, I get to pull those out, and I'm left with 5 behind. So that's this piece here, 5 rad 5 and 5 rad 5. So my area formula is 1/2 diagonal 1 times diagonal 2. So that's going to be 1/2. Diagonal 1 is 10 plus 10, which is 20. Diagonal 2 is 5 rad 5 plus 5 rad 5. That's going to be actually 10 rad 5. So we use the rad 5 almost like a variable. So we can combine, we can add them by if they have the same rad at the end. And we just do 5 plus 5 and we get 10 rad 5. Okay, so half of 20 is going to give me 10 times 10 rad 5. And then 10 times 10 is going to give me 100 rad 5 as my final answer for this area. And number 14, there's no units, so we'll just say squared units on the end. Alright. Alright, this one's like 19 on your answer document or on your worksheet. Again, we have 90 degree. I'm going to denote that these are split, so 8 and 8. This is a special right triangle, so opposite 30 is the x, opposite the 60 right here is x rad 3, so that's going to be 8 rad 3, and this is going to be 8 rad 3. So again, we have the area equal to 1/2 diagonal 1 times diagonal 2. Diagonal 1 is going to be 8 plus 8, which is 16, and we're going to multiply that by 8 rad 3 plus 8 rad 3, which is going to be 16 rad 3, and we'll take half of that. Half of 16 is going to give me 8 times 16 rad 3. And then 8 times 16 is going to give me 128. So I get 128 rad 3. And this is also, this one on your problem 19 is in feet. So square feet for answer. Okay. Alright, this one's like number 21 on your worksheet. We're given the area of 96 here. Okay. Again, this one's like it. It's not the same as the one on your worksheet. What we can do here is 3's here. That means 3's going to be here and 9's going to be here. This is isosceles. That's how we know this. Okay, so we're going to actually I'm going to write the formula first. 1/2 height times base 1 plus base 2, and those are in parentheses. Okay, so I know 96 is the area. 1/2, I don't know the height, times base 1 plus base 2. Well, base 1's 9, and base 2 is going to be 3 plus 3 plus 9, so that's going to be 15 is base 2. So 9 plus 15 is going to add to give me 24. Okay, do half of 24 and we get 12 times h equals 96. And then take 96 and divide by 12. And when I do that, I should get the height is equal to 8. And units were used in centimeters for number 21, so I'll use those as well. Not squaring it because this is just the height. Alright, last problem. This is finding the area of a triangle. First thing I do is I'm going to write my shape. Its formula, 1/2 base times height. The base here is going to be 18. The height here is 8. A lot of extra information I don't actually need. Okay, half of 18 is going to give me 9 times 8, and that should give me 72. And there's no units on here, so we'll just say squared units for our area. Okay, and that's it. Alright guys, well prepare, make sure the worksheet's done, and we'll review some more on Monday.